Hello and welcome to Becoming Abundant podcast. I am your host, Anna Maria Jinga, and this is our side of the internet where we get to speak about true abundance, personal authority, emotional optimization, and the pure power of alignment, all while living in the presence and guidance of God Himself. I am a holistic coach and mentor focusing on healing the emotions keeping you stuck so that the mind and body can align and live a limitless life. We all have a mission and a purpose, and I am here to help you unchain from what's been holding you back to actually live in your full potential. Think of it as transformative triggering in the best possible way. The time has come to live a life you love. Let's dive in. Hello, my darlings, and welcome to this week's episode of Becoming Abundant podcast. I am your host, Anna Maria Jinga, and I welcome you with open arms to yet another powerful episode where we talk about everything under the sun that's connected to you thinking yourself out of whatever overwhelm, burnout, panic mode the world has brought you to. And I have to say, you guys are absolutely kicking butt and taking names when it comes to doing your homeworks, answering the questions that I always have at the end of every episode. I love reading your messages. I love hearing them from you. So please, please, please share more because I love seeing all of your guys' progress and growth and the impact that we actually get to create in this community. So thank you so much for that. And if you are new, please say hi. I'm always happy to welcome in fresh people. If you've been here for a while, share what's one thing that keeps you coming back to every episode, because I would love to know that. And without further ado, let's dive into the story time of our 15th episode, if you guys can believe that. Happy 15, sweet 15, Cinquanera, all of those things. Love having you guys here. I love how we get to together make our lives better, grow, expand our brains, or expand our hearts. And for this week, I actually want to dive into a subject that I've heard a few clients of mine talking about. And you know how I love to bring here whatever I'm seeing as a constant pattern in my clients. I believe that it's something that you probably are going through as well. So this week, we're actually diving into the concept of rest, the concept of stopping, the concept of slowing down. And the question of the week for this podcast episode that actually launched the idea that I have behind it right now is, why are we not stopping, and when should we be stopping? Because when we think of our growth in personal development, if you are very ingrained in it, if you are very connected to personal development to a certain degree, you will feel like there's always more to learn, there's always more to grow, more, the next level. I want more, I want higher, I want better. There's no end in sight. And even growth has some boundaries that need to happen. Because whenever we're growing too much without actually anchoring things in, we will miss the point of the actual growth. We will lose the lessons. We will dive into, and I see it a lot in friends of mine in the community, in clients that I had in the past. Because if you're my client and you're not pausing, you're missing the work that we're doing in our calls. So that's why I'm saying clients I had in the past, because I do get to trigger people when I tell them you actually need to rest in order to grow. You actually need to pause in order to go further. And because of that, some people actually hear me and want to do more and want to do better. And there are others that will run away from it, thinking, I don't know better. I couldn't know better what they need because I'm not growing a multi-million dollar business. Actually, I am, but I'm just at the beginning of it. It's not about the money. It's not about the numbers. It's about how you get to feel fulfilled in your life. And without proper balance and without proper alignment in your energetics, you're constantly in a lack, wanting to grow more and more and more without knowing what's going on, without anchoring in what you're learning. So, when I have clients that actually want to do the work properly, we work on what's going on when you do not want to stop. Some of the things that I've noticed when clients don't want to stop is their need to constantly control the next step, their need to constantly control the outcome. There's no faith behind their progress, there's no trusting in a higher power and in their own powers as well. It's just, I want more, 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 do, constantly in the masculine of getting things done. While I'm a big advocate of do things your own way and get things done so that they are done, without proper rest, you will be either in a physical, mental, or emotional burnout, or you're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be constantly stuck in a loop of, I want more, I need to do better, more, better, better, better. You're not gonna see abundance, even if it stares you in the face, even if it screams at you, hey, I am here. I am ready for you to see me. I'm here. I made it. Here we are. We're having our blissful, abundant experience. Why are you constantly looking for the next chapter? You're not seeing me, me as in abundance. You're not seeing me. You're missing the point. Where are you going? Where are you trying to go? What is the end goal? I had a client, beautiful, wonderful client. We're working on self care and feeling more worthy from a place of true fulfillment and alignment. And she gave me a number. She beautifully said, I believe I will be happier when I reach 11 million a year. And I told her, okay, how far are you from that? She's like, I'm more than halfway there, but I don't know if I can make it happen. And I asked her, okay, but what if you reach 10 million? Will you be less fulfilled? Will you struggle to do more to get that extra million? Will you beat yourself up because you didn't do enough to reach that 11 mark? And then she sat with me in the silence of the questions that she was pondering. And she realized that I don't know if it's going to be enough, even if I reach there. So we dove into what I like to call the rabbit hole of self-worth. And we figured out that there was a pattern of never being good enough because in her culture she was a woman. And in her culture, women are second class. And while she's not living in that culture anymore, she grew up in that culture. And as she grew up in that culture, she constantly wanted to be more masculine, more like a guy, more like, let's get things done now. And she built a whole multi-million dollar business. Yet she believes that if she stops, it's all gonna fall apart. It's not the truth, because when you stop, you actually create space for more creativity, for more resource, for more space for you to expand. When you stop and rest and feel the space around you, you realize that abundance was actually staring you in the face. You might even realize that you're already at the target of what you wanted. You surpassed it, and you even missed it. I had a very beautiful experience as I was walking the other day towards the pavilion here where we're at for my morning yoga class. And as I was walking and the sun was shining and it was warm and beautiful, and I was in my flip flops in November, which every Canadian knows there are no flip flops in November. It's like snow boots and heavy winter jackets. So here I was in my little tank top and flip flops, flip flopping to my space in the pavilion to do a beautiful morning yoga session with all the amazing people that we get to have in this community. I realized that I'm in it. And it's something I even heard this past week my mentor, Melanie Ann Layer, saying, you're not reaching towards it, whatever it may be. You're already in it, either at the beginning, middle, or closer to anchoring fully in. You're already in it. If you wanted it, you already made some form of movement towards it, even if it's just the belief of wanting it. You're in it. I was in it and I was missing it. I was thinking, oh, it's just another yoga practice. I'm just going to go through it. It's going to make me feel a bit better, make some space in my body, feel more aligned, blah, blah, blah. But as I was walking in the room and as I was rolling the mat, I noticed that not only I'm doing yoga in one of the most beautiful places I've ever done it. It's the pavilion is an outdoor facility just covered with few nets on the side and the roof, and that's about it. You're fully immersed in nature. And 3 years ago, Anna would have died and gone to heaven to be in that place of true abundance and living in warm environments in the middle of winter and enjoying sunlight and movement and humidity so my hair feels always great and my skin feels glowing and my breath feels so expansive every time I breathe. The current day Anna missed it. And I've been here for a month. I've been doing the same thing for almost every day for a month, and I was missing it. And as I was rolling the mat, I realized, and it made me laugh, how often do we actually miss our target, even though we're already there? Maybe even we surpassed it and we forgot to say, oh my God, I made it. We constantly look for the next thing. We constantly look for what's better. Oh, I got here. Okay, great. What's better? What's next? What am I doing next? Yet we forget to actually sit in the abundance of the present moment, to actually check in with ourselves and say, oh my God, I actually made it. Oh my God, I actually made it. I'm living the dream of my 16-year-old self living in Florida during winter, working wherever I want, speaking my truth, writing my truth, having people reading my truth, expanding more of people's awareness and consciousness, raising the frequency of everyone that meets me just because of who I am. 16-year-old Anna would have slapped me over the face for missing it, for not being able to realize that I'm here. So, the question that I was saying to you guys earlier about when do we stop? If we do not stop consistently, if we do not check in with ourselves more often, we will miss it. We will not have time or space to actually anchor things in and let them land with us that we made it happen. We made it happen. So when you think of what you're trying to do more of, what you're trying to grow, especially if you're passionate about personal development. You're always going to want that next level, and it's great to constantly want to learn. But when are you stopping? When are you allowing yourself to anchor the teachings in? When are you allowing yourself to just live in the teachings that you've learned and in the lessons that you've grown through and actually be okay with the present moment? How does it feel to be okay in the present moment, in the space where it feels aligned and prosperous just to be here? Maybe you don't have the money that you want, maybe you don't have the relationships that you want yet, but what do you have? What do you have? What do you already have that you're missing? Where are you running to? Because if you constantly are running, no matter the goal, no matter the outcome, no matter the challenge, the desire, the wanting, the needing, you're never going to be fully satisfied. You're never going to fully anchor in the feeling of abundance. Because when we think about it, what is abundance actually? It's freedom. And when we are free, everything is better. Everything is easier. Everything is so much dreamier than you can possibly imagine when you are free. So, my question for you guys this week is, what does stopping look like to you? Not if you need to or want to. You get to stop because Anna tells you so. Because Anna's taking her butt out of the coaching seat and is going into the mentor seat where I get to tell you, you get to stop. Not you need to stop. You don't need to do anything. You're resilient as it is. You made it so far on your own. You've got it. You're great. But what does it feel like actually to stop? And to give yourself the permission to stop and see the accomplishments that you have had already achieved since you started the process of making you who you are. So, the questions actually, because I have questions for you. What does it feel like to stop? What accomplishments have you already achieved that you maybe have missed to celebrate? And what does it feel like for you to live in this abundance that you already have? What does it feel like? Feel like. And maybe in the next episode, I believe this is a good topic to dive into more around the energetics of abundance and how we might be missing it. So I know we were talking about in a previous session the intro into energetics and into these energetics of abundance, but how about we dive a little deeper? Or maybe, how about this? You guys let me know if you want me to put all of this into a workshop as we begin the year of 2025 with more of a focus on true abundance, alignment, frequency, and the energetics of what a fulfilled life looks like. Let me know if this is something that interests you, because I can definitely put it together into a workshop instead of a podcast episode. So, my loves, let me know what you think. Let me know the answers to your questions. I'm really excited to read all your answers. Please send them my way on my email, info@becomingabundant.net, or on my socials at I am becoming abundant. I'm putting also together a fabulous Facebook group for us, a private group, but free group, where we get to build the community even more. So I'm very excited to have that going on soon. I will keep you guys updated. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. I wish you only blessings and love and abundance surrounding you everywhere you go. And until next week, stay salty and bright. I love you. Bye.